welcome back to my channel. So recently I have been fascinated with dates and their relation to labor. So in this video I'm going to share some snippets of those studies with you, as well as some delicious recipes to help you choke them down. We'll make a few sweet treats as well as a salty savory one as well. And as you guys know, I don't trust anything that I see on the internet, and you shouldn't either, so don't just trust me telling you this information. Go research it for yourself, make your own decisions. I'm gonna list all of my sources down below for you. Also be warned that there will be some unappetizing words being used in this video. So while it is a recipe video, it is also a pregnancy video, and pregnancy can be gross. And last of all, if you want to be on baby watch, because we are like 12 days or so away from hopefully delivering this baby, then go over to my Instagram and follow me there. I'm also sharing a whole bunch of like really cool, innovative baby products that I've come across throughout this pregnancy that were definitely not around when I had my son Jackson 10 years ago. So I'm doing my best to share all the cool stuff I find with you too. The sun is going in and out. There's not much I can do about it, so I'm sorry about the lighting in this video, but just, you know, ignore it. So I'm just a normal human being. I'm not a midwife or a doctor or a nurse or a doula or anything like that. But from my understanding, the basic process of labor is, well, it's all controlled by hormones, just like everything else in your body, namely oxytocin and progesterone. Those kind of like initiate everything. But the actual process of labor happens when your cervix softens and thins and dilates to let the baby come out. And a lot of the dilation comes from contractions and the baby pushing on the cervix to help it spread open. But there's a few things that we can actually do to help that process along, because the softer your cervix is, the easier it's going to thin and dilate. So if you are trying to up your Bishop score, especially if you're going for like an induction, or if you just want to aid in the labor process, or if you're going for a VBAC or something like that, where, you know, it's really going to depend on the ripeness, as they call it, of your cervix, which, could you pick a better word? I mean, really, like a ripe cervix? I don't know. But anyway, dates are apparently fabulous for ripening your cervix. A study published on the Journal of Midwifery and Reproductive Health says after eating 70 grams a day, the mean Bishop score at admission, so the Bishop score is like, it's a point system based on effacement, station, dilation, maybe some other things, maybe less things, I don't know, but it's something to do with your cervix, and the higher the better. So after eating 70 grams of dates a day, the mean Bishop score at admission, so when they went to the hospital, was higher in the experimental group at over 7.5 compared to the group that didn't eat dates, and their score was only 5. Also in that study, the mean cervical dilation was higher in the women consuming the date fruit compared to the non-consuming group at about 4 centimeters instead of 3. Another study found on the National Center for Biotechnology Information says that the women in their date consuming group had significantly less need for augmentation of labor, so Pitocin basically. And a third study says that the women who consumed 6 date fruits a day, so about 40 grams or like 1 serving, had significantly higher mean cervical dilation upon admission compared with the non-date fruit consumers. When they went to the hospital, the date eaters were already dilated to a 3.5 compared to the non-date eaters in their group who were only dilated to a 2. And my favorite part of that study is the mean first stage of labor was significantly shorter in the women who ate the dates versus the women who did not eat the dates. So the women who ate the dates were in the first stage of labor for about 8.5 hours, and the women who did not eat the dates were in the first stage of labor for an average of 15 hours. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know I'm a skeptic. I'm a good and thorough researcher. I don't trust anything with the .com, and I definitely trust my sources on these studies. I'm going to link all of them down below so you can read through them thoroughly. But this is just me compiling the information that I found and presenting it to you. This isn't medical advisory in any sort of way. I'm gonna share some ways that you can choke them down if you don't like them, because they have a weird texture and a mild taste, but it's like, I don't know, it just makes me, I don't like it. So here's what I've been doing to eat them. So for a savory treat, I've been making cream cheese stuffed dates wrapped in bacon. The pitted dates are already split in half for you, so you just stuff them with a little bit of cream cheese, wrap some bacon around them, and toss them in the oven to get them all nice and crisp. This is awesome because the crispy bacon hides the texture of the date. It kind of just is like one of those little party weenies, you know, that you get at like the Super Bowl. Very good. I will have more exact-ish recipes listed down in the description for you as well. But I've also been doing Oreo date balls, just like those cream cheese Oreo balls, except for with dates. I never said any of this was healthy, by the way. So what I've been doing with that is I just pulse up the dates and the Oreos together and then add the cream cheese. And it tastes just like a regular cream cheese Oreo truffle, I think is what they call them. You dip them in white chocolate. Very good. I've been trying to use like strong flavors to overpower the flavor of the dates. So bacon is like a strong flavor. When you eat something with bacon in it, you can taste the bacon over everything else. And chocolate is another strong flavor. I can taste Oreo in anything. And white chocolate is a strong flavor too. The next one I've been doing is peanut butter bars. So I do the same thing with the date balls, or the Oreo balls, but instead of making them into little circles, I spread them out on a pan and cut them into bars. And peanut butter is another really strong flavor. You put peanut butter in something and you can barely taste anything else. So that's really good for covering up the taste of dates as well. And I've been putting them into my smoothies. So I'll throw like 3 to 6 dates in a blender and blend it up with my liquid to get the dates like less chunky. I don't have a high-speed blender, so when I blend up my dates, it takes a long time to get them like smooth. But once I get them smooth, I throw in some fruit with a banana, which is another really overpowering flavor. You put banana in something, it's all you can taste. But I mean, we kind of want those flavors for when we're covering up something. So I do banana smoothies with whatever else fruit I have on hand, or you can put peanut butter in your smoothie too. Peanut butter and banana smoothies are good. Just talking. And then I also make a like Ferrero Rocher knockoff. So I'll do the dates and hazelnuts in my food processor with some cocoa powder, and then I'll add in some coconut oil to bring it all together to make into my little balls, and then I will dip them in dark chocolate and sprinkle some more little chopped hazelnuts on top, just like Ferrero Rocher. It's awesome. I feel like variety is pretty key in this, since you do have to eat so many grams a day. I don't want you to get bored. I didn't want to get bored of eating it, so I tried to make a lot of little different tasting treats so I could kind of pick and choose and not just fall off the wagon and stop doing it. So if you have any good date recipes, please leave them down below. I don't care if this video is old and I've already had my baby, still leave them down below so I can try them out for next time. Thank you guys for sticking with me till the end. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram to be on Baby Watch, and maybe the next time you see me on here, I'll be a little skinnier. Okay, thanks again for watching, and we'll chat later. Bye.